soul off and get your head right.
All right. What's up, my head right homies? Welcome to TZL Un-Prescripted, a little late night dose. Well, you know, I mean, I guess if you're on the East Coast, it's a late night dose. It's coming in, you know, you can be early bird, early betters or whatever, be your head right dose for your evening. And man, just really quick, I heard, what was it? Eric July's funds got frozen. That sucks, right? Godspeed to you, man. I hope you're able to get those released. But think about the times that we're in, man. It's like, look, of course, these people who are doing this, they're liberals, right? And liberals in policy feel like the fruits of your labors belong to them, right? They do this by way of the state violating our right to property, imposing taxes on us that's not constitutional. And then they're gonna stick the knife even further and go ahead and freeze your funds. It's like these are monies that were, you know, contributed to Eric July, but it's bad enough that they're not gonna give him the money that people, you know, made this contribution to. They're actually taking these people's money. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's like the people have said, hey, this is where we want this money to go. Let that current flow to him. What do you? And they're deciding that they're not going to do it. I mean, that is the spoiled, rotten elitism and vindictiveness, the petulance of the Democrat voter, y'all. You know that they would do this. You know, so yeah. Anyway, I hope that gets resolved. And but I don't know, man. I don't know. We sit and y'all. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I don't do. One, they won't let me. You know, I can't do the super chat thing because YouTube will not pay me. They won't pay me. And I don't even like being on YouTube. But like I said, I'm trying to tell people, it's like, look, man, let's stop feeding the monster. You know, these people, PayPal, YouTube, all that sort of stuff, they do it because we enable them to do it. That's why they do it. And people ain't gonna leave YouTube, right? Even if they go and get their Rumble account or anything, but most people ain't gonna leave YouTube. They're not gonna leave YouTube. They're not gonna leave Facebook or Meta, whichever. And it's, if you accept that these people ain't gonna change, then I don't really have an issue with that. I really don't. But if you think that somehow these people are going to change to accommodate us, then that's misled. That's deceiving. I know that these people ain't gonna change. And you got people on Facebook and on YouTube, like I'm on YouTube right now, right? I'm on YouTube right now. I know these people ain't gonna change. This is who they are, right? So, but if I'm thinking I'm on YouTube because I know that I'm gonna make these people change, no. I'm kind of forced to be here because it's like the last place where I can barely reach what's left of the audience that I was able to build. But so that's why I'm here. In terms like, come on, guys, come on over to my website. Come on, man. That's that's like herding cats, man. It ain't, you know. It's like no. And I'm trying to tell folks, look, man, we give these people the power to do what they're doing. Maybe we should like take some of that power away from them. And people ain't gonna do it, right? But they would rather just complain. They would rather complain about what YouTube is doing, what PayPal is doing, what these people are. They would rather complain about them, and while still giving them their money and still giving them their presence. Still let them have access to their data and stuff like that. I said, look, man, let's get off there. Like PayPal, I use PayPal. It's a venue that I make available. A lot of PayPal's tied into a lot of things. They can't necessarily just get off PayPal because, like some of the e-commerce platforms, that's just what they use. They go through PayPal, so you kind of stuck with it. That's the power that we gave them, right? But I prefer. In terms of like when people make their contributions and donations that I'm very grateful for, you know, I encourage them to go through Cornerstone. Cornerstone is a Christian-owned money transfer platform. You know, if people want to, you know, make contributions through Cornerstone, there's a button there, and you can choose whatever you want to contributions that you want to make, and just go through there. That you would be supporting a Christian-founded platform, Cornerstone. You know, but it's a matter of convenience. People, well, it's already, you know, the super chat button and all that sort of stuff. And like I said, I don't use it because YouTube doesn't pay me. And I don't really want to give the money, YouTube, their percentage anyway. You know, I don't want to help feed the monster. I don't like being here. But it is what it is. You know, so it's not even feeding the monster. It's being food for the monster. Right? We're going to be talking about cannibalism anyway. All right? It kind of ties in with that. Yep. So anyway, you know, I hope Eric July is able to work it out. Not that he cares what I think. I've tried to reach out to Eric July, and he ain't got nothing to say to me. So it's like, wow, there's a lot of these folks, man. It's like, you know, it's like, because, and the reason why I bring this up, man, is because a lot of people tell me, Zoe, you should reach out to these people. I do. I do, man. You would be surprised how much I get to brush off, y'all. You know, from like I said, Eric July, and I've spoken to Eric July before, and I don't know if I've said anything that he. I mean, I maybe he doesn't. You know, I'm definitely, he's a lot more libertarian, and I don't really subscribe to libertarianism. It's an idolatry of liberty. That's what it does. It idolizes liberty, and it puts liberty before the author of it. And that doesn't work out good. So maybe that's why he's like, yeah, man, you're just not in my camp. So maybe that's why. But, you know, between, I mean, lots of people, man. You know, who's that guy? Like, what do you mean? The what do you mean guy? I haven't been able to find his name. You know, and I feel bad about that. I can't find his name. But I think his stuff is great. I reached out to him before a few times. No. Right? Allie Beth Stuckey. You know, reached out to her. Like, I've got friends who I work with in the industry who know her. Let her know. Say, hey, Zoe's trying to get a hold of you. He's got this production, this satire that he thinks you'd be great for. Never heard from her. It's like, wow, man. I was like, what did I do to you? Did I do something wrong? Did I offend you or something like that? Even viewers, you know, reaching out to Allie Beth Stuckey, say, hey, you know, Zoe's got this project that he's working on, man. This satirical pilot that he's working on, and you know, nope, don't want to talk to you, Zoe. And all right, man, I don't know what I did, you know, to these people. But at any rate, you know, it's like I still, you know, wish them all the best, and I hope that they're successful at what they're doing. And that, of course, that includes Eric July. And his band, Backwards, is awesome, right? Awesome stuff. But at any rate, enough about them. Let me see. Who do we got here? What's going on in this in the so-called news? Charlamagne, the so-called God, mocks Kamala Harris while on The View. Ew. It's like, hey, you lost even more cool points, man. I mean, well, I don't know. You gain cool points with very uncool people who if you're digging The View. Oh man, it just goes, man. Who's it? Like I said, who's that cat? Billy Joe Butthurt from Green Day. You know, the American Idiot guy. You know, he said, I don't want to be, and it turned out he's a world-class idiot. But, you know, it's like he's accusing all these people of being, you're idiots, you're all a bunch of idiots, you Americans, you're idiots. It's like, okay, well, if you're talking about American idiots, you must be talking about the people who buy your music. It's like, if they're American idiots, they would be in your audience. So, you know, but, and if there's American idiocy, yes, I would have to agree with Billy Joe Butthurt, again, from Green Day. I would have to agree with you because a lot of these people are watching The View. So, yes, I agree. There's a lot of American idiocy. And here's some more proof of this idiocy. Yeah, Charlamagne, the so-called God, is mocking Kamala Harris, y'all. He's mocking Kamala Harris because, according to him, she said nothing. She said nothing when asked if Manchin was the real prez. Now, okay, so this is the thing that makes her lose the grade with Charlamagne, the so-called God. But I mean, because he had so much respect for her when she disclosed that she smoked weed. That's when he had respect for Kamala Harris, because I guess, you know, she was authentically black then. So because she disclosed that she smoked weed while listening to Tupac while she was in college, and I guess the street name for the weed that she was smoking at the time was what, Time Traveler? Okay, that's when he had respect for her. now, because I guess, I mean, she can approve of somebody who can't even, and him too, approve of somebody who can't even just articulate what a woman is. I guess they need a biology degree in order to do that. But she can even be for a person who doesn't know what a woman is. Nope. So she can smoke weed, go along with not knowing what a woman is. But because she doesn't say anything when asked if Manchin was real president, that's the losing grade. I don't want to be an American idiot. Okay, yeah, that's a Billy Joe. You got a nation full of people that you are talking about, and these are your peeps. All right. Okay, so anyway, y'all. But on The View, I guess these harpies are going along with that, and I'm like, hey, y'all got what you wanted. You wanted anybody but Trump, right? Well, that's what you got. Yeah, you. And the thing is, y'all hadn't learned anything. You haven't learned anything. Biden has actually done more to advance what it is that you guys want than anybody else, right? He's doing it. And y'all don't seem to understand. And because he's doing it, and because it seems to be so uncomfortable for people, and it's costing other people so much, and you're seeing you know that there's a lot of grievance out there, and you think that somehow it's being done wrong. It's like, no, it's being done right. The path to socialism, to complete socialism, is going to be a nightmare. Yeah. And that's just the road there. Y'all think that once sometimes I think these people fall for the Islamic adage of heaven is what you make it and hell is what you go through to get there. Yeah, no, it's going to be hell getting there. And when you get there, it's going to be a whole nother level of it. All right. It ain't going to be no utopian paradise when we go through the struggle to get there. No, this is an unredeeming struggle. Unredeeming. And that's what you guys are trying to drag us through. Right. So, you guys got what you wanted. So,
it's a controlled demolition. What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, it is an engineered demolition. Yeah. It is. Right. while things are going out of control. Yeah. It is a controlled demolition while things, what's happening to it is definitely engineered. Yeah. Right. It is. Like I said, Biden is an evil genius. Evil genius, right? I know you got a lot of the Republican voters out there and the fire-breathing conservative commentators talking about how Biden is a mental handicap and he's got mental problems and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, man, that doesn't look good on us. You don't want to say that, because all you're saying is that this mental mentally deficient in faculties, this guy, this person who's basically got fermented tofu for a brain, that guy was able to steal the White House from us. Is that what you want to go with? You better start looking at this guy like he's at least Wile E. Coyote or something like that. Super evil genius. Okay? Maybe you ought to start looking and say, at least that way you got some kind of excuse. Well, he may have stolen the White House, but at least he is an evil genius. Come on, man. No, it's like this nut, this escapee from the rubber room. This guy, right? This is the guy who's able to steal the White House. Oh, man, I wouldn't go with that. Don't go with that. All right, but Republicans, I'm telling Republican voters, man, they should be sabotaging themselves all day, not making yourself look good. Yeah. All right. So. Now, speaking of respect, Kamala doesn't seem to have respect for women and their design to give birth, their capacity to get pregnant. She takes issue with, every day in America, women are getting pregnant. Oh, Yeah, all right. But I don't think women getting pregnant is necessarily the thing that she takes full issue with. She doesn't like that women are getting pregnant, and she doesn't want killing the kid. She doesn't want any impedance there. That's her issue. Like, women are getting pregnant and they should be able to kill them kids, right? That's the real issue. You got to be able to kill them kids. So she doesn't have a problem with a woman's so-called sexual liberation and their sexual empowerment, that led them to getting pregnant. She doesn't have a problem with that. That's not what she's got a problem with. You would think that her issue would be with people not showing some restraint. You would think that her issue, self-control, control everything else. Control everything else. Gun control, birth control, population control, weather control. They control the weather. They want to control everything.
Food control.
Right? Food control, you name it. They want to control everything. But self-control, no. No. That's judgmental. You can't tell people, hey, man, won't you exercise some self-control? Nope, that's not where Democrats are. Control everything else. But self-control, oh, no, that's judgmental. Yeah. No. All right, so she's got an issue with that. So her issue is, like I said, don't engage in an activity that would cause a pregnancy that you're not ready for. No, right? No, but rather her issue is women getting pregnant, and she wants those abortion clinics to be as wide open as them women, as their minds are, as liberal minds are. She wants them abortion clinics to be as open as them liberal minds, if you will. I mean, I guess you could say that these women had their minds wide open to get to an activity that got them pregnant, right? Don't y'all just love the way that I can talk dirty so innocently? Right? So, I mean, it's just me. I think it's strange that, maybe women don't hate the patriarchy as much as they claim. If so many women are getting pregnant by, right. Hey, Kamala, what do you think of that? There's so many women getting pregnant by the evil patriarchy. It's like, and please don't try to bring up the rape statistic. Number one, the majority of rapes are done by you people, right? They're getting raped on them college campuses. They've been titled liberal students. Yeah. Yep. You liberals, you're all about college, right? You're all about that college. And you're cranking out liberals left and right. And sadly, it ain't no joke about women being violated, but that's happening in y'all's environment. Yeah. Okay? So you teach people that they're owed and that they're entitled, right? That's what you teach all the time. You preach this all the time. You push this. People are owed and they're entitled. There's all kinds of propaganda. That also translates into sex, right? So yes, you're going to have these males out there thinking that they're entitled and owed sex. So y'all do this to yourselves. So you want to bring up don't be trying to throw it in on our face. It's like these pregnancies that happen out of rape, and the statistics on these are considerably lower than consensual. And don't get me wrong, that is in no way to mitigate the violation, not at all. Not at all. But the point is to make that lesser instance the standard by which you would make abortion legal, to kill other babies, the majority of other babies who weren't conceived that way, that's wrong. The bottom line is you can't blame the kid. It wasn't the kid's fault. Why are you going to give the kid the death penalty for what somebody else did? All right, that doesn't make sense. The kid did nothing deserving of due process that would lead to a capital offense for him or her, right? Her, because that baby might be a girl, and y'all don't care. You find out it's a girl and you still want to put them to death, despite being how pro-feminist you are, right? And I think technically all children start off as female.
Yep.
Is you guys are full-on hypocrites. You are not the feminist that you claim to be. So, yeah. So now, abortion, Kamala wants to keep that abortion legal, y'all. And but let me also say this though, to these women out there who are engaged in these sexual activities that bring upon a pregnancy. And who are so at odds or have such aversions to this patriarchy and men are so evil. I guess that's why they go with the whole gender fluid thing, right? So they can convince themselves that it wasn't really a man that they slept with when they got pregnant, right? I guess that's part of it. That way they can keep their dignity, So, but anyway, y'all, we got to keep that abortion legal. That's their mindset. We got to keep that abortion legal and make late-term abortion, right? And postnatal abortion more available, to fortify the onset of the fashion of cannibalism, y'all. Right? Yum, yum, yum. Tender infant delicacy. You think they're making it's already cruel. It's already inhumane to birth a baby and then, you get to decide for a month. It's like you got the kid at Walmart. It's like, we'll give you a month, we'll give you 90 days. If you don't like it, just send it back and we'll dispose of it for you. It was what? It's come on. So that's where we're going. We're going with that. Now, you think are they donating some of these parts to science? Yeah, probably. But no. You think. See, a lot of people they don't think that people could be this evil. Oh, they'll always bring up Hitler and all that sort of stuff and all this, but and then forget after they use Hitler as a comparison for evil, they'll forget the evil that people can do and act like, oh, come on. When you talk about, these babies are going to black market to be delicacies. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right? You don't think if a person isn't depraved enough to push for where you can give birth to a baby and leave that baby to die? Or you can bring that baby back inside of 30 days? And if you don't want it, we'll dispose of the kid for you? You don't think that there wouldn't be people depraved enough to eat them? You got people who are depraved enough to have sex with them. Have sex with it just to tap into that delicious innocence. Right? Just to defile that. Yeah, there's people who do that. All right? People who pay big money to do that. You don't think they would eat them too? Oh, that's where we're going, baby. And not, I shouldn't even say go. That's where we're coming back to. This ain't nothing new. This ain't new stuff. So, we got to keep that abortion legal. That's where these people are, because it's becoming the fashion. It's chic. It's going to become more and more chic. So, and this is coming out of the New York Times, y'all. The so-called newspaper of record, right? So I'm reading this article. I think I grabbed this one from the Blaze. And and they advocated that cannibalism has a time and a place, and that current media suggests that now is the time to eat your fellow human. Well, they be talking about eating the rich, right? And it's like I tried to tell liberals, y'all ain't gonna eat the rich, man. You ain't gonna eat the rich. The last people that you gonna be eating is your poor neighbor. You ain't gonna be eating the rich. All right, that ain't gonna happen. All right, you'll be eating your own children. That's already historical. Okay, that's not a theory of mine or some sort of prediction that I'm making. That's happened. It happens. All right. So let's see, they're talking about, in this article saying, eat your fellow human being. The eye-raising article was flayed on Twitter for even suggesting, that's good, I'm glad to hear that there was some backlash. And there will be, but as people are on a platform that is that is growing in power to maybe silence people, like I said, there's a duality to it, right? Twitter's done a lot of damage. Even people on there speaking their mind and trying to speak against, the evil that's going out there. They're also feeding the evil. So at any rate, Twitter for suggesting that people eat people. Twitter for suggesting that people eat people. People eat people, so watch it. You better get that fork away from me. All right. So we're different flavors. And different people have dietary needs. It's obvious you ate me. Hey, you give back my arm. I never even met you, so... I can't understand what makes a man eat another man. Help me. Sorry. All right. I'm okay. I'm coming back. All right. Dude, hey, y'all reach out to Weird Al Yankovic, man. Do it, man. Say, hey, check out this episode. Weird Al, you need to do a song with Zoe, and we're going to do a parody of Depeche Mode. People eat people. We're gonna parody cannibalism, y'all. You think, I don't know. No, Weird Al Yankovic's not gonna talk to me if I reach out to him. Well, actually, it's not true because people have reached out to other people and say, hey man, Zoe's trying to get a hold of you, and they don't care. Maybe he might, right? I don't know if he's still friends with Victoria Jackson. Maybe I haven't talked to Victoria Jackson in a while. They might still be friends.
Yeah.
Right? And Victoria Jackson can play the ukulele. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
That'd be great.
So, I don't know. Might see if we can work that out. All right, anyway. So back to the article. Okay. And many commentators reckon that the New York Times writer put her foot in her mouth. I see what you guys did there. It's auto cannibalism. All right. So the piece now was written by some Alex Beggs, a freelance writer and regular contributor at Bon Appetit, where she reviews the latest Trader Joe's products. We're gonna go into Trader Joe's, and people are actually gonna be trading some Joes and some Dons and some Michelles and whichever. I guess some people that's gonna be at Trader Joe's. You can get them there. So in the exotic eats section, whichever. Writes the magazine's questionable etiquette column and regularly covers cookbooks according to journalist database Muckrack. Okay, whatever. So the article titled "A Taste for Cannibalism" argues that cannibalism is having a moment right now. It's back again, huh? All right. Argues that cannibalism is can you just see this? You got your paleo, and you got your keto, and you got your Atkins, you got your cannibal diet. It's just gonna be like kind of one of those things that's gonna be fit on the shelf. You'll be walking by looking at, is this gluten free? And what kind of sweeteners does this have in it? And all that, and then you just pivot on over and you'll see some eyeballs, some human eyeballs looking at you and stuff like that, or some snout, some nose or whichever. It's like go over here you'll be looking at Beyond Meat, eat healthy, Beyond Meat, and Impossible Burger, and here's a bucket full of human elbows, and it's, I don't know, elbow skin, it's what, it's like fried, you'll see them next to the pork rind, fried elbow skin or whichever like that. It's healthy for you. So at any rate, this, y'all, but like I said, you guys know this kind of depravity ain't new. So now, like I said, we're talking about a taste. The article goes on to say a taste of cannibalism. Had a moron because of some recent stomach churning books and on television and film screens. Okay, so like I said, man, this kind of depravity, this ain't new, and it goes in cycles, y'all. It goes in cycles. It'll be a social norm again. Yep. All right, for a class. Yeah, right. It's for a class of people, elitists. And of course, elitists they'll go ahead and they'll be able to get the filet mignon of human flesh while everybody else gets Soylent Green. All right. So, that's pretty much how it'll be, and but like I said, they will have that, and they will be the class of people to oppress others with their indulgence. All right. And another faction, who knows, y'all, man, maybe we'll be able to rise up against this, and we'll be the latest generation faction that will rise up and put a stop to it. Okay, put a stop to them oppressing other people and making them food. All right, we put a stop to it, and the liberators will be accused of being the oppressors for liberating the oppressed from the entitled elite. That's happened before. It's happening right now, right? Where people are still like, America came in and we did this and we did that. Yeah, America was established on stopping people from doing these kinds of things to other people. Right? These nations were at war with each other. They weren't just sitting here living in peace and all that sort of stuff. Right? They're at wars. They enslaved each other, sacrificed each other, pillaged, looted, all that sort of stuff. It's like, I don't want your territory. We come in, we're going to take it. We want your women, all that sort of stuff. They did that too. Long before America came in. Yeah. All right? So, and then America comes in, and then America gets called the bullies for it. This goes on all over the world right now. And the liberators are called the bullies. Right. And the actual bullies are called the heroes and lamented over it and act like, they were just so all peaceful and stuff. It's like take China, for instance. Yeah, but we were trying to, and y'all, I've studied Chinese martial arts for a long time. Right. I ain't got no beef with my Chinese folks, but I can see how people have they have this romantic idea of how peaceful, and China is like they're peaceful like water and all that sort of stuff. China is one of the bloodiest nations in history. Their history is soaked in blood, right? I mean, just bloodthirsty tyrants. They're just blood and fire, man, in China. Come on. But and it's like people are, I don't know, some people are kind of waking up to it. They'll even know. They'll even be like, oh, look at how Nike, China treats their workers with Nike and stuff like that. Don't buy Nike because, and then they'll turn around and then praise Colin Kaepernick, who gets a sponsorship with Nike, right? And they know that people are being treated dirty in China, but they think about China and think, oh, they're China and Kwai Chang Caine and Kung Fu and all that, and they're so peaceful and all that sort of stuff. Like, no, trust me, a lot of these people, these people that have this image of being these peaceful dude, you don't even know. It's the exact opposite. The exact opposite. Right? At any rate, but y'all, the culture in terms of like cannibalism, man, it's been conditioned for this. Look at all these flipping zombie movies. Right? This is a zombie movie. It's become like the fashion, and we've been geared up. People have been geared up to be to have almost a phobia. Well, actually, as far as I'm concerned, it is a phobia. People have been geared up to have a phobia for a virus. They've been making these horror movies about zombies. This zombie gets a virus, and then all hell breaks loose, right? So people have been conditioned to be sensitive about viruses. And then along comes COVID, right? And they were able to control the masses like that. Yeah. Not to mention the phobia of the race narrative that they also used to do it. And all that stuff was conditioned into making it happen. And we got, and then watching these people eat human flesh, right? And the romanticism of vampirism. Right, drinking blood, right? So we've been conditioned for that. People have been made to feel. Look at the enterprise of Beyond Meat. Like I said, that stuff ain't nutritious, man. It ain't nutritious. It ain't natural. But they're being sold as if it's nutritious and natural. It is not. It is not. While complaining that the ozone is being depleted by farts, and that stuff ain't nothing but fart fuel, right? Fart fuel, man. So, but see, the thing is, with this push for veganism and how in vogue veganism and vegetarianism and all that sort of stuff is coming in, because people are being made to feel like it's evil to eat animals. And that ain't nothing new. You know, animals have always been revered, even revered as gods. You have animal-headed gods. It's always been, right? So now, but it's becoming a fashion again. These people are a bunch of, they act like they're woke and they're so progressive and so advanced. They're acting like a bunch of primitives. All right? As they revere these animals like they're gods, and it's immoral to eat them. So, you know, they act like it's evil to eat animals. And since their so-called, you know, ideas of justice is, once again, like I said, it's just a fashion, y'all. It is so in vogue, right? Justice. Well, wouldn't it be justice to treat humans like livestock and let them experience being slaughtered to be eaten? Yeah. See, that's where this stuff is going, right? We've done a grave injustice to the animal community, and it's time for man to get a taste of what it's like to be livestock. That's justice. That's appetizing. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, my head right homies. That's all I got. That's all I got to go with. What are folks saying out there,
Johnny
woman?
David's in the house.
Oh, my dude, Johnny David. Yeah. That is a bass player par excellence, man. Right on, right on.
All right, you're going to love this. Restoring Heroes Project. They said touching man meat creates monkeypox.
You naughty shame, man. Don't be using man meat in that context. Monkeypox. Remember that? What was that? We shamefully admit that delirious. You know, we don't laugh at that stuff anymore, or we don't watch it anymore. But in reflecting on it, it was funny. But just that one part where Eddie Murphy was talking about AIDS, he used to go to see the doctor, and the doctor's like, "Mr. Murphy, you got AIDS, but I'm not a homosexual." Sure, you're not a homosexual. He's like, "Hey, you got monkeypox." What I was gonna say. There doesn't seem to be the stigma about being homosexual anymore. It's like, oh, it's like, you can't be in the office and be like, monkeypox, but I'm not a homosexual. Sure, you're not a homosexual. It's like, man, of course you're a homosexual. All right. You got me, Doc. I'm a homosexual. Hey, I wouldn't happen to be scheduled for a proctor for one of those exams, would you?
Stop.
Monkeypox.
All right, we'll do one more. Andy Keenan, there is the carnivore diet that does have some health benefits that are great, but it doesn't include eating the meat of something you could theoretically hold a conversation with.
I don't know, man. You got them people out there signing with some animals.
That's true.
They'll find a loophole, and exactly right, and especially when they're making them translators. You know, and get them algorithms right, and you'll be able to have a conversation with a bovine. I don't know. That's where we're going. And like I said, man, just the idea that they're promoting this stuff as nutritious and natural.
Yeah.
It ain't. You know, and y'all, it's not like.
And chic.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. I'm not trying to judge, man. I used to. Well, like I said, as I've said before, y'all, I'm not. I wasn't an actual vegetarian. I was more of a pescatarian. I went without eating red meat for a while, and I thought it was healthy. I thought it was moral and all that sort of stuff. It is not. Just isn't.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, people are being deceived by a lot of things.
Sure.
You know, being deceived by a lot of things. And, you know, it always reminds me, the Lord, you know, he says, I'm going to send a grand delusion. A grand delusion that even the elect would be deceived. I mean, it's going to be such a doozy, y'all, that even the elect would be deceived about it if he doesn't remove us. I'm hoping that we're counted among those that he's going to pull from the earth and leave these people to their desires. You want a world without Christians? You want a world without God? God's like, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to go ahead and remove my church. Right? And you can have it all you want. But Yeah. I wouldn't want to be on that end.
Yeah, we had a couple of people say, as it was in the days of Noah, we're getting there again.
Yeah. Telling y'all, it's and the people who don't believe it are the ones that are making it happen. Yeah, that's the way. And it's got to happen. It's just our job is to not help it happen, right? Our job is to report and say, hey, you might not want to do that, and be catalytic and not let them change us.
Right.
You know, but I mean, nature's going to run its course. Things in nature decay, and that's just the way that it's going to be. And but you know, trusting in the Lord to come with that rescue mission. Bring it full form. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and making this one of your favorite hangouts, your Head Right hangout. And remember, y'all, please visit the website, become a member. It's free. YouTube they could snatch the rug up from me again at any time. I mean, I'm definitely not back the way I used to be, but whatever I have right now, they could still pull this out, and at least I would have my website. So please go over to the website, become a member. It's free. Hang out with us in the powwow. Bring your memes and whatever stories you got and whatever you see in the news. You feel free to put them there. You got a community, a slowly growing, but hey, it may pick up speed of God-fearing patriots there, y'all. And I'd like that place to be buzzing, with fellowship. We're kingdom kin on there with music, politics, news, but overall truth and sanity. We would do these, with truth and saneness is what we would be doing it in. So I hope you guys will come there and become a member. Drop a buck in the bucket to help keep your bros on the go. It's like I don't offer the super chat. Like I said, YouTube takes the money anyway. So I don't do that anymore. But if you want to contribute, help keep the lights on and keep this, keep gas in the delivery truck. We hope that you come over. Use Cornerstone. Since PayPal doesn't like us so much, I ain't going to say no to the money if you send it through PayPal, but we do have that option of Cornerstone, which is a Christian-based money transfer company. So I hope you guys will check that out. And Patreon, if you want to become a Patreon supporter, I welcome that too. But Patreon is tied into all that sort of stuff. I don't want to discourage people from, because that hurts me, and they're not going to miss anything.
But you could be deplatformed at any second.
I could be deplatformed. So I want to make use of it while I can, but it's just better. It goes, the funds go to me through a Christian organization like Cornerstone. That'd be the way to go. All right, y'all. Blessings. Thank you so much. Good to see you, and looking forward to seeing you again. Don't